in today's session, what we are going to learn here is we're going to learn how to use Algomojo Trading Library. Algomojo Trading Library is something which is we recently launched in Algomojo platform, particularly for the TradingView users who code in PineScript and who want to have a multi-broker access. So what is the specialty of this library is like you can connect your TradingView strategy with any of the Algomojo connected brokers, right? So that is the beauty of that. And a single code, you'll be able to connect with any number of brokers, simultaneously can connect with any number of brokers. So without any further delay, let me quickly go and tell you where you can find the Algomojo TradingView library related sample codes and the tutorials. See, first of all, you can go to Algomojo blog. So you can go to algomojo.com/blog. So where you can find the content about under the Algomojo TradingView PineScript library. If you click, you will be able to get the sample codes. It's a sample codes, complete instructions, how to configure everything, each and every coding block I had configured over here. Now, what I'm going to do in this particular session, I'm going to help you to understand how to configure a sample strategy and what is the benefit of that. So I'll go to the sample code. So here is the sample code that you can find out, which can be connected with any of the Algomojo application. So first of all, I'll tell you what Algomojo is all about. So if you go to algomojo.com, right? Algomojo is India's first web-based free algo API platform where any of the users can open a trading account via Algomojo with any of the connected broker. So you can open a trading account and you can go to any of the brokers and you can open a trading account from here. Now, after opening a trading account, you can access the Algomojo application by clicking on the respective broker. Click on login to the broker, probably go and enter the trading credentials over here. Let's say I want to do a trading connectivity with Alice Blue. So I'll click on login and this goes to the login with the AntBridge. I'll click on login over here. All I have to do is I enter the client ID, password, and the trading credentials is what basically I have to enter. So let me enter one of the sample credentials over here. So for different brokers, or if you're an Upstox user or an Angel user, you have to go and enter the login details accordingly. For something like Upstox, you can also go and type up.algomojo.com, and something like probably you can also use something like up.algomojo. Or for Tejan user, tj.algomojo.com, you can go and log in with that respected broker credentials. Automatically, once you enter those credentials, you'll be able to enter the login ID and password. It goes to the broker portal and where you'll be entering the login ID and password. So I'm going to show you how you can connect with some of the brokers. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to connect with Upstox. Upstox, I'm going to connect here. I'm just entering the credentials of Upstox. Likewise, I'm also going to enter the credential of Alice Blue as well, so that I'll be able to access the trading platform. So this trading platform is quite similar across the brokers. Let me enter the trading credentials here. The environment is quite similar. So I logged into two different brokers. One is with what? One is with Alice Blue and another one with Upstox. Now I'm going to create an alert to transmit orders to both Alice Blue and Upstox. That is what I'm going to do. With one single code, I'm going to create two different alerts to do two different brokers. That is what I'm going to explain here. So I'll go to the blog. Maybe I'll share this blog link also. So you might be able to access it under the description section. You can access it. So this code, I'm going to copy this code, right? I'm going to copy this code. I'll go to TradingView. When I say TradingView, of course, you need to have a TradingView Pro access, a minimum of Pro access. In my case, I'm having a premium subscription. So let us say I'll go and bring, right now, crude oil charts are live so that we can test with crude oil charts. Since I am having a premium subscription here, I do have access to 15 seconds chart, something like that. I'll be able to access the 15-minute charts. Anyways, I'll apply the code right from the start. I'll go to the Pine editor. So in this Pine editor, I'm going to go and paste the code over here. The code which I copied from the blog, right? The link which I had provided. I just copied the code. It is a positional strategy. It's a simple super trend based strategy. It's a sample strategy, by the way. I'm going to save the strategy. I want to say like AlgoMojo trading strategy, multi-broker. I'm just giving a name to that. And I also add the alert to the charts. And what I'm doing, I'm adding the alert to the charts. Now, it is very simple. If I go to the settings, all I have to do is I have to fill only the settings and create the alert. That's it. I have to choose, first of all, before trading, I need to choose which time frame I want to trade. In my case, for simplicity purpose, for faster signals, in today, for demonstration purpose, I'm just keeping it as an 15-second charts. So I'll go here and then go to the settings. You can able to find the settings box over here. Click on the settings, where you have to enter your client ID, API key, and API secret key, and you have to select the broker. In my case, first I'm going to do with Alice Blue, then I'm going to come and do with Upstocks. So here is Alice Blue, and then client ID, I can able to get by going to the My API section. Right? Under the My API section, I want to get the client ID. I'll go and configure the client ID over here, client ID. And probably I'm also going to enter the API key and API secret key. So since it's a test account, right, I'm entering the API keys and API secret keys. So in your case, don't expose to anybody else because it is sensitive. In my case, I'll be resetting once the session is over. Select the broker, enter the strategy name. I'll say like super trend strategy. And trading symbol, which symbol you want to trade. Let's say I want to trade crude oil December futures. So if you want to know the December futures symbol, go to the dashboard, go to the search section, enter crude oil. So in my case, here it is. It is already added in the symbol section here. So I'll go and copy the symbol. Remember, the symbol varies from broker to broker. So always go to the broker application and check what is the symbol, and copy that symbol and bring the same symbol which you want to trade. In my case, it is going to be MCX, right? I'm going to set the quantity, and I'm going to send a market order, and I want to send an intraday order. Probably if there's a positional trading system, you can consider using normal. NRML is what it is. And if you are doing it for the testing purpose, it doesn't matter. But if you're configuring for the live markets, it is highly recommended to create the strategy with today's date so that it always sends the first signal with only one time of the order. Otherwise, every time it will be keep on doubling, because if you know super trend, right, it will be always doubling its position every signal wise. But first signal, we always want to transmit one time of the quantity. Let's say if I say 5 quantity, then first signal only I want to transmit 5 times of the quantity. Next time onwards, I have to double my position to reverse from long to short and short to longs. So I am going to set, in today's case, already a lot of signals has been already happened, right? So if in case, if the day is starting, let's say today the market is about to start. So what you have to do here is, before start of the day itself, you have to create the alert. This is a one-time activity. Every time you want to trade a particular contract or a particular symbol let it be mostly from the positional perspective, you have to go and set that particular days. So in today's case, it is like 3rd of December. So month is 12 and date is 3rd December. Year is 2021, right? And what you might be seeing here is like, if you could go to the day start, you could be seeing something very interesting. Signals will be starting only from the day one only, the buy-sell indications. You could see that the day start, the very first signal of the day. Let's say today I'm starting, the first signal will be always, you can see that +1. That means what? It is sending one time of the quantity. That means it will always transmit 5 times of the quantity. 5 lots will get transmitted. So now later on, what is happening? Later on, every signal is getting doubled, right? Every signal is getting doubled. Then -2 over here. That means your buy will be reversed to sell, and then it will be reversed to buy, and then reversed to sell again. Likewise, it will keeps on doubling the position every time. Doubling the position means flipping from long to short, short to long. That's what it will be keep on flipping back and forth. So your first signal always matters. Always ensure that you're setting today's date, and when you want to trade the alert, which day you want to start, that day before the market starts, you create the alerts. If you want to trade live, if you want to test it, then it doesn't matter. You can just simply create an alert during the middle of the day. Also, it is highly recommended to go and create. It doesn't matter. You can easily go and create the alert. So now, right? So now what else to do? Nothing much. As of now, since we are the market, I'm going to test it. So I'm going to create the alert over here. So while creating the alert, how you should create the alert? You should go to that particular indicator. You can see that particular indicator. At the end, there is a triple dot is there. Click on that triple dot. Go to add alert. And first thing is like whatever the alerts that you want, you can configure it. If you want an email alert, you can configure it. Or if you want to notify on an app, this will send alerts to your mobile applications also. So probably if you're a mobile app user, Android or iOS, you can install TradingView from the App Store, and you will also notified via a push notification will be sent to the app. But here in our case, the main purpose is to send alerts to the broker. So we use the webhook URL. Now I have to go and configure the webhook URL. How to get the webhook URL? It is very simple. I have to go to the broker portal. And from here, I have to go to the AM API. AM API stands for AlgoMojo API. From here, I want to transmit order. So I'll go to place order. And here, I'll be able to get the relevant brokers URL. So here, AB API stands for Alice Blue, TJ for Trezeni, ZB for Zebu, and MT for Master Trust. So in my case, I'm just going to copy the very first Alice Blue one. So this URL is what I want to key in my TradingView application. Right. So that is done. And next thing is like configuring the alert name. Alert name can be anything. In my case, I'm going to say like AlgoMojo, Alice Blue alert, Alice Blue alert. Okay. And under this message, this is the most important part. Remember very carefully, you have to configure with the message. It's called a webhook placeholder. The placeholder name is with a double curly braces, strategy dot order dot alert underscore message. Now this is the message. In PineScript, automatically it will send the message in the form of JSON data. From TradingView, the message will be transmitted, the buy and sell information will be transmitted to the AlgoMojo. Right. So for that, we need to configure the strategy.order.alert underscore message. So I'm going to click on create over here. Right. So that is the only thing I have to do. It takes a little bit of time to reflect in your alert section. In my case, I'm having a lot of alerts, but what I'm going to do here is for time being, I'm going to remove all the alerts. So I'm going to remove, this is only alert which is active, rest all the alerts has been stopped, but still to avoid confusion, I'm just removing all those alerts. Okay. So all the alerts, I'm just blindly removing it. So there are two sections you can find. So alert, you can find it in this left-hand panel. I mean, right-hand panel, you can find an alert box. Click on that, you'll be able to see the configured alert. These alerts can be controlled from mobile applications also. Mobile applications or from tablets, from anywhere you can configure it. If you don't want the alert, you can pass it so that automated orders will not be sent. So you can say that it's stopped manually, or if you in case anytime you want to restart the alert, you can start it. Right? So start and stop, always it is done. So when you should configure the alert is once the settings are done, once the time frame is chosen, what time frame you want to run, and once all the proper details are configured properly, ensure that all these details are configured properly, trading symbol values are configured properly, proper broker is selected, correct API key and API secret key and client ID is posted, then only you have to press OK and then enter the add alert. Then only you have to configure the alert. Remember, in TradingView, orders are not sent from charts. Orders are transmitted from the alert section, which is very, very important thing. Because even since my alert is running, you can see that alert is running in what particular time frame it is running. So in my case, the alerts are running at 15 seconds. So now one of the alert got triggered. Let's see whether it is getting reflected in. Since the alert is getting created now, probably it would have done for what? Double the times of quantity, right? So let's go to the recent signal which occurred. Just now a trigger happened. You can see that sell signal got triggered, right? So sell signal got triggered means what? 2 times of quantity. My quantity size is how much? My quantity size is like 5 lots. So 5 into 2, 10 times of the quantity. As of now, it would have been punched. But ideally, it should transmit only 5 quantity only. But since we are not in the start of the day, almost a lot of signals has been passed, right? It is not recommended to configure during middle of the day. As I said, for testing purpose, you can go and configure it. So let me go to AlgoMojo application. So here, if I go to the order log section, you could be able to find that one more alert got triggered. Like there is a buy sell signal, and there is one more buy signal which happened very recently. So if I go to the order book, you'll be able to see the relevant status, the buy sell signals. First signal was a buy, and first signal was a sell, and the second signal was a buy. I think the buy signal happened very recently. You can see that there are 2 signals which happened. Now, what if I want to run for one more broker? It is very simple. Again, go and enter the settings. Go to another broker. In my case, it is Upstox. So I'll go to the My API section. I enter the same details. Enter the configuration, ensure that the configuration is running fine. This is for Upstox. So select Upstox from here. And the API key and API secret key. So configure the API key and API secret key. Now, what is happening here is simultaneously, I'm going to run the same strategy for different brokers. Not only for different brokers, you can run for different symbols also. So once I'm done with that, now what is the next step? I have to go to the triple dot, click on the add alert, and ensure that I'm using the broker API. UP stands for Upstox. It's the same thing only, but if you don't know the link, you can always go to the broker page, go to the AM API section, click on place order, and here is the URL. This URL is what you have to configure in the webhook URL placeholder. So place it over here, and then here, right, it is very simple. I can go and configure, copy it from here. This is the message. I'm going to paste it, strategy.order.alert_message. And I'm going to say like Upstox AlgoMojo alert. And I'll click on create, and that's it. Now the alerts are running simultaneously for 2 brokers. Same strategy, I'm sending orders to 2 different brokers. So I can go and which are the brokers which are supported. So these are the list of brokers. As of now, it is supported, but going forward, more and more brokers will be added from the list. It's very easy to configure brokers. One single code, you can connect any of your strategies. So very shortly, I'll be explaining some of the strategies, how you can configure your own strategy. I'm going to explain those blocks as well, because this particular strategy, if you want to see the code, you can open the code over here. Now, if you see the first code is like, this is where the library is used. Currently, the version what we are using in the library is version 4. So this one stands for version 4. This is a library name. Library name is automation, and user name is AlgoMojo. So this will be giving you a lot of controls to connect any of the AlgoMojo supported brokers. All right. So, and a lot of modules are here. So these are the modules. It contains a total 4 blocks. These 4 blocks are primarily required to connect any of your trading strategies. Let me show you. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to download one simple TradingView strategy, and I'm going to show you how to connect those strategies into automation. I think I'm having an URL here. Just hang on a second. Yeah. Probably I'll be sharing the link where you can find a lot of trading strategies also. I shared the link as well under the comment section. Here, if you could see, this is a URL here. Under the scripts, you can find a lot of strategies. So if you go and select strategies, open source only, so where you can find access to any kind of strategies. The only thing is you should learn to know how to connect the different blocks. I'm going to explain side by side with the blogging tutorial. Probably I'll try to pull up this particular indicator. Which one it is? Maybe something like P signal strategy. So let me open this. So it is having some source code over here. Add to the favorite indicators. Let me try from this way, right? So now I'll do one thing. I'll delete this indicator. I'll go and add the function. I'll go and get the favorites. Under the favorites, I should be able to see that pre-signal strategy because I had added the strategy in the favorite section. So in the strategy, I went there and then I added from the favorites. So I should be able to see those favorite section. I'll go and add this pre-signal strategy. Ensure that the strategy will be always having the symbol, the up and down arrow with a wave with that. That means it is a strategy. Else it is just a simple indicator only. Indicator cannot be backtested. So if I apply the strategy, right, you should be able to see that the buy sell signals are each and every trade you'll be able to see that. If you're able to see this, then properly you are able to configure the strategy properly. Now we have to configure it for automated trading, right? So as I said, I'm going to repeat the same procedures only. So here I'm having the different one long entry. It is long is getting initiated and it is closing. Long is getting initiated and then it's getting closed. That's how it is. I think the strategy is not going short at all. It's always long and exiting the longs. That's what it is trying to do. Let's see. First thing is like go and see the strategy controls also. So here is the strategy controls. It is having only number of bars and some smoothing. That is the only input the strategy is having. So based on that, the strategy is generating a long and a long exit. So let me quickly go and do the same procedure again. First thing is like I have to go and copy the PineScript strategy. Okay, and once I'm done with that, I'll go and add it to my PineScript. So open the PineScript, save the PineScript first of all, make a copy of it. Say like AlgoMojo automation. Save it. Go to the top of the code. Below the strategy, enter the library import. And followed by that, block 1. As I said, block 1 gives you controls. So here is the block 1 controls. Just copy it, bring it to copy it over here. Then followed by that, block 2. Block 2 also simple copy only. Block 1, block 2, block 3. You're just simply going to copy and paste those things, contents from the blog. So block 2 also copy it. Block 2 also pasted down below the block 1 module. I'm just posting the block 2 module as well. So down below that, I'm going to paste one more module, which is nothing but the block 3 module. So block 3 module, I'll go to the blog and I'll get you the blog. From the blog, I'm taking the block 3 module as well. There's a small copy button is there. You can click and copy it. Automatically, it gets saved in your clipboard. So save it. This is like block 3. So block 1, block 2, and block 3 is done. Click on save. Last block is the most important block. And one more thing is like import is not a valid type. So if import is not a valid type, right, what is the problem here is it belongs to the version 4. So if it belongs to the version 4, what I'm going to do here is I'll cut the module. First of all, I shift the module from version 4 to version 5. I'm just going to shift it to version 5 over here. So there's a triple dot and then convert to V5. It shifts the code from version 4 to version 5. Version 5 is the recent version. And after that, you can go and paste all those modules. So if you're finding that version 4, probably the code is not compatible. Ensure that you are shifting from version 4 to version 5. Then you can go and create the all these 3 blocks. Same thing, like import the module, enter the block 1 details, enter the block 2 details, enter the block 3 details. Right? Once all is done, save it. Now, when you're saving it, you should not get any error at all. If you're not getting error, then things are going well. Probably if you go to the settings, you'll be able to see those relevant settings as well. So I'll do one thing. I'll save it so that if I go to the charting controls, I should be able to see the controls again. So probably I'll delete it and then add to the charts. Right, so you'll be able to see the controls over here. Go to the settings, go and do the relevant controls over here. And now the most important part is the block 4. Listen very carefully. Block 4 is the final part which will connect the strategy. So you'll be able to find the strategy functions over here. It contains only one strategy entry and one strategy close only. So what you have to do here is you have to copy 2 things over here. One is when condition is what they had done over here. There's a small modification. At times one need to do. It is very simple to do. In this case, it is very simple because there is only one entry, one close always. It is not a complicated one. So since it is not a complicated one, what one have to do here is at the strategy condition, we have to add one more line, alert message equal to buy entry, right? Because this strategy is very simple here. So adding also is going to be very simple. Strategy entry always enters the entry order. Strategy close always exit the orders. So while I'm going to enter one time of the position, and while exit, I'm going to say like buy exit bx. Bx is for buy exit, right? So all those things you'll be able to figure out from the module 2, the block 2, which contains those information about those modules. So if entry signal, I'm going to call buy entry so that it always going to buy one time of the quantity. If there is any exit is going to happen, right? I'm going to exit whatever I'm holding it. So I'm going to use bx. Bx is for buy exit, right? So that is what I had configured over here. So say here, this module is going to be very simple. I'm able to configure it. This is only 2 lines of code. Always it takes a long, it exits the long. So it is that simple. However, if you in case you are having a slightly complex module, like something like Supertrend, in Supertrend, right, you'll be always have to double your positions. First time you have to take a only long entry, second time onwards you have to double. So in that case, if you see the block 4 module, you'll be able to understand that if there is a buy signal is there, and at the same time, if there are no open positions for the day, means if the day is starting fresh and you're setting today's backtesting date, then at the start of the day, you don't have any positions as per TradingView. TradingView cannot directly interfere with the Algo Mojo whether you're having position or not. It cannot directly interfere and get to know that. But TradingView will be having its own counter. So if you are setting today's date at the start of the day, then TradingView assumes that you don't have any positions, any signal coming in for the very first time. It will try to take the BE over here. So it will try to take the message BE. If you are having a buy signal and already signals are present, already shorts are running, so then TradingView knows that you are already running short. So your position is negative. So if your position is less than 0, that means your position is negative. That means strategy is already running short, but now long condition is happening. Now in that case, one have to enter a BSR, which will convert the existing short position to buy position by sending double the times of quantity. So this BSR will have the message to send 2 times of quantity of whatever the quantity that you had chosen. Likewise, for the first time, if you're doing it, then for short signal, this will be fired for the very first signal. From there onwards, it will be keep on doubling its positions. If there's already any existing long is running, then the position will be converted to short by calling the SSR. So this block, it differs from strategy to strategy. So that is the reason I have given for both modules. I have given a sample codes here. This sample code is for positional trading system. And also, I also given as one more sample code for intraday modules. For intraday module, right? If you could see that the strategy entry and exit is totally different. I had configured in a different manner. So only the 4th block needs to be given more importance. If in case if you are not sure about how to connect, you can always approach our Algo Mojo team. They will be helping you out in configuring the 4th module. First 3 modules anybody can configure. The 4th module, one need some little bit of PineScript knowledge. If you are already having a PineScript knowledge, you know what you are doing. But if you are not sure, but you are having a TradingView strategy, then you can always approach the Algo Mojo team and they'll be helping you out in coding those strategy. Hardly it is some 10-15 minutes of work. We can figure it out how to determine the functionalities, what kind of functionalities need to be chosen. Maybe for sample purpose, I'll try to explain with one more strategy so that it will be helpful for you to understand how to configure it, because it is something to do slightly with the logical operations. So let's say I'll go to the strategies again. We'll try to take a simple model here. Something like Bollinger Band, Fibonacci ratio strategy. It's always keep on doubling the position. You can see that. So what it's going to be very simple. These kind of strategies. This is in version 4. Remember, I'll copy this from version 4, but I have to convert to version 5. I'll also tell you how to convert. So I'm copying the strategy here. Copying the strategy. And I'll go to the Pine script. I'll add my code, remove the strategy from here. I'll go and apply the strategy fresh. Okay. So first of all, I'll save the strategy. Strategy is under version 4. I'll save it. Let's say Algo Mojo automation. Save it. Now from here, I'm going to go and convert. First thing is always convert from version 4 to version 5. So there is a triple dot over here. Click on that. If it is version 4, you can convert to version 5. There'll be a lot of coding changes will be there. Automatically TradingView recognizes and converts those coding functionalities. Once it is done, next procedure is very simple. Go and add all the 3 blocks in once. At a single stretch, you can go and add all the 3 blocks. Right, so in my case, it is going to be like, so here are the block 1, import library, block 1, and then block 2, and then block 3. So all the 3 block, I'm going to add it at the once. I'm going to add it. Ensure that you are having the import module. So once all the 3 blocks are done, right? First thing is like save it and ensure that there are no errors. Then you can go and configure the 4th module. Okay, there are no errors. Now add it to the charts. Check out whether the charts are able to do that. You're able to get that backtesting results. Yes, you are getting the backtesting results. It is doubling the position every time. You can notice that it's doubling the positions, right? Now, final thing is like going and configuring the block 4 module. So here is the block 4 module. So they are having 2 variables. One is buy, another one is sell. Okay. So what I am going to do here is instead of this, I want to remove it. It is only a long shot module. So it is very simple. It is very similar to SuperTrend, the sample module, what I had provided. If it is only a long shot module, or if it is a plain vanilla intraday module, I can simply remove it because the strategy is not having much of a complexity here. So I'll go to Algo Mojo. I'll go to the block 4 of SuperTrend, copy the block 4. Even I'll copy the above one also. And I'll go to the code and go and add it over here. Now notice that the long condition is going to be buy. So that is finally they are narrowing down to buy signal and sell signal. So buy, I'm assigning it to long condition. Sell, I'm going to assign it to short condition over here. So now if there is any long short, the signals are not going to change, right? If I save it, signals are not going to change, but you have that control. It's the same signals only. Now it is capable of transmitting orders by controlling the dates. I can control the date. If you want to start the operations from Monday onwards, you have to go to the settings and set the Monday's date. Let's say Monday is like, what exactly? It is going to be 6th, right? So 6th of December. So I'm going to say like, if I want to start from Monday, then I'll go and select the month as 12th and date is like 6 and the year is 2021. So if I do that, signals will erase and fresh signals will start occurring only from Monday only. So that means what? Even if you go to the strategy tester, you will not be able to do any backtesting. If you want to do a backtesting, what you have to do? You have to go and set the past dates. If you want to do the backtesting, from and to dates are very important. 2 dates is kept at the maximum level. So you don't need to worry about that. Up to till to date, the backtesting will happen. But starting date, you can go and set as per your wish. Let's say something like 2016 onwards, you want to backtest, you will be able to get the complete backtesting results right from the start of the day till whatever the available data, you'll be able to get a complete backtesting report. You'll be able to get the backtesting summary, everything that you'll be able to get from here. But for live trading purpose, right? So first signal, we don't want a double. We always want a single orders. So always we have to go to the settings, ensure that you always select which day you want to start. Set the values. Month is like 12. Day is like 6th of, that is coming Monday. And the year is from 2021. So if any fresh signals are going to happen from Monday onwards, right? So you will be getting first 2 signal, you'll be getting only 1 quantity. And from there onwards, it will be automatically keep on doubling. Now, while creating the alert, a couple of things that you have to remember. You have to ensure that the proper webhook URL is placed. In case of Upstox, it is UPI API. And the second thing is like alert name. Give a proper alert name so that you can remember which alert it is. Upstox crude oil. And message is very simple. If you don't know the message, that information also I had presented over here in the blog. You can go to the alert message section. From here, you can copy the strategy.order.alert_message, bring it over here and paste it, right? And then configure the alert. Remember, it always comes with an expiry date if you are using a Pro or Pro Plus TradingView version. However, if you are using a premium version, then you don't have an expiry date at all. You can go and select whatever the date you want. It never expires. If you're a premium user, you can keep it like open-ended, means it never expires. But this open-ended facility itself available only in the premium version, right? So if you're not a premium user, it always comes with an expiry date. So once the expiry is over, you have to create another fresh alert. So remember that needs to be remembered. All right. So once it is done, it is going to be a seamless journey, and you can transmit your orders automatically every time the buy sell short cover is happening. Now, once the configuration is done, you can see the configurations. For that particular alert, you can go, you place your cursor, you'll be able to verify all the parameters are right or not. You'll be able to see which time frame it is running. So here I had created crude oil on a hourly chart. So you can see that the 1 hour over here, probably you should be able to see that hourly, 1 hour, that represents a hourly. Or if you place your mouse above the alert section, you will be able to see what kind of alerts are happening. And moreover, there are 2 ways you can verify whether the orders are punching or not. What information is sent to the particular broker, which broker it is, what information has been sent, what is the data has been sent, which symbol has been punched. You can verify in TradingView alert log section itself. And also in AlgoMojo section also, you can go and check under the order log section. You can verify whether the orders are getting punched properly or not. What information which came from TradingView, is it available under the order log section also? You can go and verify it very easily. So these ways you can verify it. And only thing every day you have to do is, every day before the market start, just log into AlgoMojo. You can log into AlgoMojo from any device, any browser you can log in. But ensure that you are doing the login. It's a one-time login, and ensure that you are not logging off. If you log off, what will happen? I'll tell you. If you are logging off, then even if signals are getting generated, then orders will not go through. Right? So this is something you always need to take care of. So for some brokers, right, what happens is like if you are logging into AlgoMojo and simultaneously, it is not recommended to log into any of the broker applications. So if you log into any of the broker application, let's say you're opening a mobile application of that particular broker, what will happen is like sometimes it gets logged out. Particularly this happens with the Nest-based brokers like Alice Blue, TradeGenie, and Zebu. They don't manage multiple sessions. So at any given time, only one application can log in. So remember, if you're logging into any of the mobile application or desktop application, AlgoMojo logs out. If AlgoMojo logs out, then automation will not happen. So that way, you better create open a new account, so that always your existing account you can access from your mobile, and AlgoMojo you can always access only from AlgoMojo application only. As of now, you can log in ab.algomojo.com or up.algomojo.com or any other broker's application like Alice Blue application or Angel application. You can log in from any device, even from your mobile Chrome browser, you can log in. That is not an issue. Even if the mobile is switched off also, still once the login is done, it will be valid till end of the day. Still orders will be going through. Or even if you are logging in your desktop and you want to go out, so now you want to open your application in your mobile, still orders will be happening. It automatically takes control from web to mobile. You can automatically log in from the browser, right? So it will not impact the algo strategy, but ensure that logging is done and you're not logging off. That way, automation happens smoothly. I hope this example explains how to configure TradingView strategy. Any TradingView strategy, if you want to configure, how to configure it. Part 4, the block 4 is quite a bit of challenging. If you really don't know, right, always connect with our AlgoMojo support team. They will be helping you out in reading the code, trying to understand the code, what it is doing, so that accordingly the configurations will be done. As I said, a different strategy requires different style of configuration, and sometimes probably it's some 10 to 15 minutes of work to analyze what kind of strategy it is. For that particular strategy, how we have to create a module. That fourth block is slightly different. However, if you know PineScript, you know what you're doing. So it is very easy to create if you're already a PineScript user. And if you don't know PineScript, then don't feel shy. You can always get in touch with our AlgoMojo support team, and we are here to help you out. Let me know if in case you have any questions. Rufus is asking how many alerts I can create and how many charts I can view at a time. Very interesting question. So let me tell you, if you are a user of TradingView for the very first time, TradingView provides 30 days of free trial. And with that, you can go and take any of the subscription, Pro Plus, Premium subscription. So if you go to the Premium subscription pricing, right? So if you go to the, let us say, I'll go to one of the account here, I'll log in. Anyways, it's a free account, by the way. If you're a first time user, then you can always enjoy a free trial. So probably if you want to see the pricing, you can go and get the pricing over here. Like this is for pro user. For pro user, you can use up to 5 indicators per chart. 2 charts you can use in one window, right? And up to 20 alerts that you can create, means 20 different strategies or multiple brokers you can run. That is more than enough. Or same strategy, if you want to run, you can run one single strategy, you can run up to 20 different symbols you can run simultaneously. Whereas in Pro Plus plan, which is like $29.95, you can run up to 10 indicators per chart. I mean, 4 charts in one layout, you can use it. 100 server-side alerts, you can configure it. And then premium subscription, that is what I am using right now. Recently, there was an offer, Black Friday offer was there. So TradingView had given plenty of discount on a Black Friday offer. So you can go up to 8 charts and up to 400 server-side alerts. And of course, the best part is like you will be able to get more data for backtesting, and you will get unlimited chart saying layouts, and you'll be able to access second interval, like 15-second charts, 5-second charts, 10-second charts. Those kind of second-based interval you'll be able to access. And not only that, you'll be able to access more data for backtesting. This is for premium users, right? So if you are first time, you can always get a 30 days of free trial when you're logging in for the very first time. That's not a big deal. Like so, in my case, I'll show you that multiple charts you can go and access in TradingView. You can go and change the layout over here. This is a layout style where if I want 8 chart layout, I can go and select different charting layouts, right? That is possible. So maybe here I can use Bitcoin. So here I want to use Nifty. So different tabs I can open, different charts I can place. Or if I want to access Nifty also, I want to access Bank Nifty also, I can go and choose those corresponding symbols, Bank Nifty futures. Right? But remember, no matter what, it doesn't matter how many charts you're having. It always matters from how many alerts you are running for automation is what it matters. Even if I close TradingView also, still alerts will be running, and still once alerts are configured, you don't need to log into TradingView at all. Unless you want to pass the alert, you want to delete or recreate the alerts. You don't need to go to TradingView at all unless you want to change the alerts, or you want to add more alerts, or you want to add more strategies. Once setting is done, TradingView always runs in the cloud. That is totally, you don't need to disturb at all. The only thing that you have to do is log into AlgoMojo before the market starts and log in every day. Every day you have to log in, right? Because that is an exchange mandatory thing, which is routinely followed across the country. All the brokers are following the same procedure. It's applicable to AlgoMojo also. Vipin is asking, can we use Nifty futures to fire orders in options? Because I'm looking for index futures to options trading. Yes, you can do that. Very shortly, I'm going to launch the module. However, the module is ready here. Probably I can also talk about options trading as well. Let's say I'll go to Nifty futures. Is there any trial for AlgoMojo? Yes, absolutely. Trial is there. If you are already a customer of that particular broker, and you can directly log in with your credentials, and you will get up to 7 days of free trial access. So let me enter the login credentials over here. Or if you want to access the platform at free of cost, right? So you can always open a trading account with any of the broker and you'll be able to access the platform at free of cost, lifetime free of cost. So if you are opening a trading account, you'll be able to get an almost 10,000 days of access. Or as I said, if you are a first-time user, you're already having an account with any of the connected brokers, you can directly log in and you can access it for 7 days, 7 calendar days, if I'm not wrong. And if you want to stick with your existing account itself, then you can always, you can take a subscription fee. Subscription fee will be 999 for monthly, and for annual users, it is kept as low as like 5,999, which is like approximately 500 rupees effective price per month, which is one of the lowest cost across the industry. Right, so that way you can stick with current existing account itself. You don't need to open any new accounts because some people, they don't want to move their funds. So they are okay with managing their funds in their existing account itself, and happily they don't want to shift also to a new account. So that way they are happy with their existing broking account. In that case, only traders has to go and pay the fee. Or anytime that you want to open a trading account via us and you want to do a complete automated trading without paying any zero fee to AlgoMojo, you can always open a trading account, which you can always go to AlgoMojo, open an account, do the account signing procedures. And once you're done with that, you can get a ready access to access the AlgoMojo for your lifetime.